If the old adage, time is money, is true,
That was the worst one to see, that amount.
then let the Medicare statements stacked on Barb Vandenberg's kitchen table be the proof.
It upsets me every time I see it.
Twice, almost to the day, Medicare paid almost $3,000 for 2 catheters Vandenberg never wanted and never used.
Looking at the amounts and that could pay someone's premium at least for a year.
Same goes for Kevin Underwood. Medicare paid more than $3,400 for 4 catheters on his behalf.
I'm wondering what Medicare needs to do to be able to catch some of this fraud when your supplemental insurance catches it right away.
But here's where the time equals the money. Underwood did not receive a statement saying Medicare paid thousands for catheters until 9 months later. Medicare is basically asking you to catch fraud that you don't even know is happening.
Correct.
Until it's
too late.
Just like Vandenberg, companies billed Medicare monthly on Underwood's behalf. Medicare typically only sends these statements quarterly, meaning at best, someone can catch the fraud 3 months after it happened.
This is a Medicare summary notice.
Ingrid Kundinger is the director of the Senior Medicare Patrol Program, the only group on the ground in Wisconsin collecting info on this and other Medicare fraud. Her office has received 45 complaints of catheter fraud. We're basically scratching the surface of what is actually happening out there.
Correct.
The companies billing Wisconsinites are across the country, from Texas to New York. The one that keeps popping up, Pretty in Pink Boutique, registered to a business park in El Paso.
The number you dialed is not in service.
Like we've seen before, their phone was disconnected. People on Medicare and taxpayers aren't the only ones caught in the middle of the billing scheme.
We'll get, 15 to 25 calls within a 2 or 3 day period, about once a month.
Pam Ludwig is the founder and owner of a different, legitimate Pretty in Pink boutique near Nashville. Her company originally opened up to help women battling breast cancer. The company received more than 100 phone calls from people thinking they fraudulently billed Medicare on their behalf.
It's beyond frustrating. It's infuriating, really, because we really are out here trying to make some good in the world.
12 News Investigates has already uncovered the same issue with COVID-19 tests and uncovered $74 million in what the feds call fraud from 2 Chicago companies. This man charged with billing Medicare for millions of tests and bilking the feds out of $31 million.
You can talk to my attorney for now.
We can't talk to you?
No, I'm sorry.
Congressman Brian Stiles says more resources should be given to DOJ to arrest more people.
If we're ramping up the DOJ to investigate, that's after it's already happened.
Yeah.
What should we be doing on the front end to stop it?
We need a more robust process as to how these payments are going out the door in the first place.
Stiles says his office and others have contacted Medicare regarding fraud.
Why can't Medicare stop it on the front end when a private company is for an insurer?
Yes, CMS needs to be able to answer that question, and I don't think anybody should be satisfied until CMS has an answer as to why they're getting hoodwinked but the private sector's not.
CMS, Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services, would not answer any of our direct questions and denied multiple requests for an interview. CMS gave virtually the same statement it has throughout our months of reporting, saying it is, quote, committed to preventing fraud and protecting people with Medicare from falling victim to fraud.
What is the breaking point when it comes to stopping this, either from Congress or from CMS?
From my standpoint, it's public exposure like you're doing here with this report to create the outrage that something be done.
Senator Ron Johnson has previously called on CMS and Congress to investigate Medicare fraud, tweeting our story after we spoke to him in September. Johnson is the ranking member on the Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations who can investigate the issue.
You have the power to at least partially stop this. Why not do it?
No, I will try. Again, I'm here doing this interview, trying to make it public, but being a ranking member, I can't force the investigation on my chairman. With Democrats in charge, with them being chairman, they're not particularly interested in investigating government. They don't want to highlight the abuse of taxpayer money within these programs.
The federal government paying taxpayer money for catheters dozens, if not hundreds of times. You never requested the catheters?
No.
Never requested the COVID tests?
No.
But every time Medicare footed the bill?
Every time Medicare footed the bill.
James, what can people do if this has happened to them?
Of course, they can call Medicare, report the fraud there. They can also report it to the state's Senior Medicare Patrol Program. Of course, between the catheter issue, the COVID-19 tests that we've reported on, we're keeping a list as well. Let us know if this has happened to you, WISN.com/tips. We did reach out to lawmakers on both sides of the aisle. Stiles, Johnson, the only two to respond and agree to an interview.